Hi, my name is Patty D. Priest, and I work for the Kentucky Academy of Technology Education here at Murray State University in the College of Education and Human Services. Today we're going to take a look at Newsela. It is a website where you can go to for nonfiction reading, mostly reading from the news, and you can search for articles and change the reading level of those articles to fit each of your students. So it allows you to differentiate what these students are reading, yet they're still reading the same information. To get started, you will have to create an account. I already have an account, but when you first go to Newsela, it will ask you to create that. And then once you get in, the free version does not allow you to create classes and send different assignments or different readings to each of your students. But if you were willing to pay for the pro version, then you would have those features to use. I don't have that, but I'm going to show you basically what it is, and so you can look at it and decide if that's what you want. When I come into the Newsela site, I have across the top, I can search Newsela. I can go to the Vote 2016. I can look at articles and search for them, and I can look at text sets that have already been set up for different categories, or I can set up my own. We're going to look at the Vote 2016 first. And I really like this. This is something that allows the students to learn about how voting and elections work in the United States. And it actually lets them be informed on the candidates and the issues. And it lets them read it at their own reading level, their own lexile level. It allows them to vote with other students in their state and across the country, which I think is pretty cool. And they can also discuss real-time election results while comparing them to the results from other states. So I think this is a great way to make students aware of what's going on. Elections are very complicated. They're not something that's very easy to understand, and here's a hands-on way to do that. So I wanted to point that out. Okay, under articles, I can click on here and it will open and it will show me some of the latest news articles. Those were also the articles when I had opened up Newsela that were on the front page. And I could go ahead and go to any one of these, or I can actually change and narrow my choices by going to grade level. And let's say I have fifth graders, then it's going to narrow it down. I can then go to reading standard, and I want them, let's say, to look at the people, events, and ideas. And today we're going to look at all the publications, but these are the ones that these articles are being pulled from. And I can also have it being read in English or Spanish. Great for students that don't speak English, that are English as a second language students. Also an interesting concept for using in a Spanish class. So, all right, let's look at what we have here. And these are from our latest news, obviously. Let's look at one. I'm going to click on it. And it's an article on when the friend yawns, women feel the urge to yawn too. I thought men did too, but maybe not. Okay, notice over on your right hand side, it's got your maximum level that you can turn it into. It will change the title and the words in the text, or you can change it to any one of these other levels. So looking at this, you go all the way from the maximum level that you can have, which this puts it at a grade 12 level. It ups the word count. And then the lowest level, this is a grade 3 level, and it decreases the word count. Hopefully, and your students, if you don't have the binder where you can actually assign this to each student, it's going to be a little bit harder to tell students to actually change their level. And actually have it at the level that they need it at. They may change it, but they may go for a simpler read and not wanting to work so hard than they really need to. So I find that the binder probably is a good idea, but again, I know a lot of schools don't have the money to purchase those kinds of things, and so it may just be something that you're going to have to go around and assign. All right, under text sets, there are some featured text sets. Spanish ones, and then ones for science literature. Let's click on literature. And these are ones that Newsela has put together. And you'll see a text set, let's say for Romeo and Juliet. If you're studying this, you can click on it and it will load all the articles that it has in Newsela that have to do with something that has to do with Romeo and Juliet. And so you can compare it to something else that's going on in some other country, or like here it's in China, women are coming to under intense pressure to marry, even if they don't want to, things like that. So there's lots of things here for you to look at. You can actually create your own. So you go here to your text sets, and then you follow the steps, naming it, putting in a description, deciding whether or not to share it publicly or not, and create it. And I didn't put the stuff in it, so it's not going to let me do it. But it's pretty easy to follow the steps that you have to do. I don't think you need me to show you how to do that. So Newsela is really a great resource to get your students not only to read, but to read nonfiction text and to read text that is about what is currently going on, not only in the United States, but around the world. Remember, you can also search. Up here, I'm in text sets, so right now I'm searching the text sets. So if I click on Newsela, it's going to go back into the regular area of Newsela, and I can do a search here. And if I want to find something on, let's say, oil prices, I can type that in, and it's going to show me some articles. I also have a see all down here, so it's not limited to the 6. There are a bunch of articles, and this is where I would come up and use what grade level are my students in. Maybe I'm working with 9th and 10th graders, so it's going to narrow it down into some that are more appropriate for their age level. And again, I can narrow it down by standards and by publication if I want to. All right, well, I hope you enjoy Newsela. It is Newsela, Newsela.com. Go ahead and register for a free account. Check it out, see what you like. And as far as the binder and the pricing, I don't know if I can find it on here real quick. It compares the features here. If you go down to the bottom and look at Newsela and Newsela Pro, and then you can actually get a quote. So the free version gives you quite a bit, but you have to pay for some of the other things that actually have to do with assignments, tracking, progress of the Common Core standards, getting the annotations and things like that. So there's quite a bit more that does come with the Pro account. All right, well, have a great day and thank you for watching.